Welcome back to day 17. Thanks for being here. Today I realized I need to stop optimizing for tourist phrases and I need to start optimizing for actual conversations. So let's get to it. Domo, and we're back for day 17. Remind me where we were up to and what we will work on in our 15 minutes today.
Welcome back. Last time we added phrases like これをください, please give me this, and ちょっと待ってください, please wait a moment, while practicing topic and object particles. Today, let's reinforce polite requests, and we'll add a couple of where questions, so you'll handle asking for places. Ready to jump in?
That sounds great. Before we jump into those specifics, can you just remind me what were the verbs that we learned? Off the top of my head, I think we learned to go, to say, to give, to show, to understand. And I remember probably half of them, but can you, and like there might be more that I've forgotten as well, but can you just remind me all the verbs that we've learned?
Of course, you've got a solid set. We did 行く to go, 言う to say, あげる to give, 見せる to show, わかる to understand, plus some extras, 話す to speak, 待つ to wait, and 見る. We've mainly used them in polite forms or requests, but those are your poor verbs so far. Now, we'll build on them.
Okay, can you give me specifically, let's focus on to wait, to see, and to give, because those ones I don't really remember. Like, if I learned them, it was once, and I don't think we've done much with it since. So let's do some with that.
Absolutely. To wait is 待つ. In a request, we say 待ってください. To see is 見る or 見てください for please look. To give when you give to someone is あげる or politely あげます. We'll practice them in context, so you'll get them locked in.
So to wait is matsu, to see is igaru, and sorry, I feel like I've already forgotten. Can you repeat those, please?
No worries, let's get them super clear. To wait is matsu, to see is miru, and to give is ageru. When we make polite requests, we often use the te forms, like 待ってください, please wait, and 見てください, please look. We'll reinforce them in action.
Okay, let's go.
All right, let's do a quick warm-up. I'll say a situation in English, and you try to make a polite request in Japanese. First, please wait a moment. Let's hear you try it, then we'll keep building from there.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready, go for it.
Yes, I'm ready. Ichido matsu kudasai.
Good try, just a little tweak. It's 待ってください. Matsu becomes 待って in the request form. Now that you've got that, let's move on to the next scenario.
Yep, forgot about the tear form again, but each time I make that mistake, I'm one mistake closer to not making it anymore.
That's exactly the attitude. Every slip up is one step toward mastery. Now, next one. Please show me this. I'm sure you'll nail it with the right form.
Okay, so show is miseru. So I'm going to say this. これを見せてください.
Perfect, that was spot on. これを見せてください is exactly how you say please show me this. See? You're locking it in already.
So it is misete.
Exactly. The te form of miseru is misete. So when you're asking politely, 見せてください is the perfect form. You've got it down now.
Great. What's next?
Let's build on that. Now, try asking. Could you give this to me? Remember, we'll use the polite te form of to give. Give it a shot.
Now, if I'm remembering correctly from 25 seconds ago, give was miru. So I'm going to say, could you give this to me, please, would be これを見れてください.
I see what happened. Miru is actually to see. To give is あげる. So it would be これをあげてください. You're making connections though, and we'll keep reinforcing until it's second nature.
Okay. これをあげてください.
You've got it now. これをあげてください. Please give me this. Nailed it. We're steadily building, so next time it'll come even easier.
So with miru, is the te form just mite?
Exactly. For miru, to see, the te form is mite. So if you wanted to say please look or please watch, it's mite kudasai. You've got both patterns now.
Okay, so miru works for both looking and watching. So if I was to say, like, look at me, or if I wanted to say, watch TV, would you, like, miru is the verb for both?
Yes, exactly. Miru works for both. If you say watashi o mite, it's look at me. And if you say terebi o miru, that's watch TV. One verb, flexible use.
Okay, I never actually asked this earlier, but watashi means me?
You got it. Watashi is the standard polite way to say I or me in Japanese. So if you ever want to make something about yourself, that's your go-to pronoun.
So why is it wo in watashi wo mite versus wa in watashi wa hari desu?
Great question. Wa marks the topic. So in watashi wa hari desu, you're saying, as for me, I am Harry. On the other hand, wo marks the direct object, the thing the action is done to. So in watashi o mite, me is what you want them to look at. Topic versus object, that's the difference.
Okay, right. So wo is more likely to be used in this polite form because I'm requesting someone to do something to something, and in this case, it's to look at. And is that the difference also with o and wo? Like, when do you use wo versus using o?
So actually, wo and o are just two ways of writing the exact same particle. In modern standard Japanese, we pronounce it simply as o, even though it's written with a special character, often transcribed as wo. In short, wa is your topic marker, and o or wo is your object marker. So it's really about the function, not a difference between two sounds.
So I shouldn't actually be pronouncing the W sound in o. I should always just say o, not wo.
Exactly right. You can drop the W sound. It's pronounced simply as o. So when marking an object, it's always that clean O sound. Nice and simple.
So if I said to you, watashi o mite, I've asked you to look at me.
Exactly. When you say watashi o mite, you're saying look at me. You've got the grammar right, and it's a perfectly polite and direct way to ask.
Okay, this is good. We're applying grammar, and I'm beginning to create sentences.
You absolutely are. That's the whole point. Building blocks to real communication. Each sentence you form is a step toward fluency. We'll keep layering it up.
Okay, what's next?
Next, let's add a new question type. How about where is the station? We'll learn where and make sure you can ask directions. Ready to tackle that?
Well, I know the word where. It's, I think, the very first phrase I learned on day one. So that would be eki wa doko desu ka?
You nailed it. Eki wa doko desu ka means where is the station. You've brought it full circle. Nice job recalling that.
Okay, so it occurs to me, though, that I would have no idea what the response is. I don't know the words for left, right, street, corner, any of the directions type words. So even if I was to ask someone where is the station, unless they could literally point at it and I could see it, I'm not sure that I would be able to do anything with that. So all of that is to say, should I be looking at learning some of those words or phrases now, soon, or a little bit later once I've developed some other skills?
It's always good to prioritize what's most useful for you. If directions feel important, we can certainly add keywords like left, right, or corner soon. That said, it's also about pacing, so we can build them in step by step. Let's add them at a comfortable time, but definitely before you get lost.
Okay, that sounds good. I've said this before in different conversations that hopefully you have some memory of. But my number one priority really would be, I would love to be able to have even small conversations with people, trying to get to know them, sort of meeting them, like talking about like, oh, my friends and I are from Australia. Are you from here? What do you do? And getting to like being able to at least a little bit get to know someone. That would be if I could come away from these lessons before the trip, being able to do that would be amazing.
Got it. Your goal is crystal clear. We'll steer toward conversational intros. Things like where you're from, what you do, and asking others the same. We'll sprinkle in direction words when useful, but we'll focus on making you ready for those real friendly interactions. We'll get you there?
Okay, great. We have 2.5 minutes left, so what would be the best use of that time?
Let's do a quick mini drill. I'll ask you a simple intro question in Japanese, and you try to respond. For example, どこから来ましたか? Where are you from? You tell me in Japanese. That'll help us reinforce, and we'll end on a strong note. Ready?
No, I'm not. I don't know how to say Australia. I guess I could say 私はどこ Australia? That would be the closest thing I could try to say.
No worries. In Japanese, Australia is オーストラリア. So you could say 私はオーストラリアから来ました, meaning I'm from Australia. Now you've got that, and next time you'll be ready.
私はオーストラリアから来ました.
Perfect. That's a great response. You've just said, I'm from Australia. Exactly what you need. You're ending strong.
So what does kara mean and kimashita?
Kara means from, so it shows where you're coming from. Kimashita is the polite past form of to come. So together, オーストラリアから来ました means I came from Australia. Nicely done.
Okay, so is the dictionary form of kimashita, is that kimaseru or something like that?
The dictionary form is actually kuru, which means to come. The polite present form is kimasu, and the polite past form is kimashita. So you go from kuru, to come, to kimashita, came. You've got the pattern.
That has to be an irregular verb, right?
You've got it. Kuru is one of the few irregular verbs in Japanese. It doesn't follow the standard patterns, but once you've got it, kuru, kimasu, kimashita, you've nailed it for good.
Okay. I'm not sure if I need it yet, but maybe since we've got 7 seconds left, can you give me a memory trick for remembering the different forms of kuru?
Here's a quick trick. Think cool runnings, because kuru, to come, will run into kimasu, polite, and then it ran into kimashita, past. Imagine it running through time, and that'll help lock in the forms.
Cool runnings. Kuru. So cool runnings is definitely useful for kuru, but I'm not sure how it helps me with kimasu or kimashita. I'm not getting the connection you're making there.
You're right, that might have been too abstract. Let's make it clearer. Just think of kuru as the base. When you need polite present, kimasu is like you're coming formally. When it's past, kimashita, think I came and finished. So polite must form, and mashita means it's done. Past, keep it simple.
Okay. I think we'll see if it, just the fact that we've discussed it so much, maybe some of it will stick. But I think the biggest thing will just be remembering that kuru goes to kima. Like that's the key sound shift, and the rest from there is sort of standard on the ends. So somehow I need to remember, cool runnings, kima, something like that.
Honestly, repetition is your friend. Just link kuru with kimasu by saying them together a few times. The more you use it, the more natural it'll get. And if you forget, we'll just brush up again. No worries.
That sounds good. One last quick question before we wrap up, because the thought has occurred to me for the last 3 days and I keep forgetting to ask. But how do you say and the word or? Because those two are obviously very functional words that I've tried to use a few times and I end up just saying it in English in the middle.
Great question. For and between nouns, you use to. Like apple and orange would be ringo to orenji. For or, you can use ka between options, like tea or coffee would be kohi ka ocha. Super functional indeed. Now you've got them.
Does ka have any relation to kara?
They sound similar, but they're not related. Ka is a simple choice marker, like or. Kara means from or because, depending on the context. They're distinct particles, but now you know both.
Okay, great. どうもありがとうございます。またね。
どういたしまして。またね。Looking forward to next time.
Thanks so much for watching again and learning with me. Today was another great lesson, another reminder that learning a language isn't just about picking up vocabulary, but it's getting you closer to communicating and real conversations. So hopefully today was another step. Until tomorrow. Mata ne.